Alright, so I had to re-record because I'm not gonna get controversial on my channel. I don't really give a fuck, but I don't have the energy for that. I'm choosing not to devote my energy to it. Just play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I don't know what you were expecting. That really fucking blows. I don't feel sorry for you. Anyways, I am back. It's been a very long time. Life has stopped kicking the dog shit out of me long enough to let me catch my breath. So I figured I should seize the opportunity while I still can and make a video for you guys. Let's see if this will wash me out or not. Of course it does! Oh, hello, brightness. Less, please. Thank you. I look like a celestial being, but that's a little bit less. And now we're back where I started from. Okay. Like, do I give up? Should I give up? Ah! It'll settle. Okay, this is fine. I took off the glasses so I could see without glare, and now I just can't see anything because I'm fucking blind. Anyways, samples from Hexennacht. You can find them on Instagram or on their website. I will link both below. Samples are from Ajevie, or however you pronounce it. I suck. I'm not going to try. But I got all these. There's like 50 of them in there. They're actually really good price-wise. I think they're like about $2 each vial, which is good. And now I look sick again. Could we perhaps don't? Let's just like a little bit. I don't know. This is fine. I look glowing. Radioactive, more like it. Anyways, if I could keep my train of thought, that would be fantastic, but apparently there's no brakes on this train. So today we have Sunday morning. There we go. Like mourning, like I'm mourning my social life. Red Musk. Hēdonē or Hēdonē or whatever. I don't know, you can read. If you can't, then that sucks. And Fall from Pearadise. Ooh. I love puns. Puns and dad jokes just, oh, yes. But, so these I have sampled quite recently. My favorite is Sunday Morning, followed by Red Musk, and then Hēdonē and Fall from Pearadise. Out of this batch, I have like 50 of them, as I've said. They also offer Shop Pay, which is like Quad Pay or Quad Pay, Afterpay, or Klarna, so it like splits into 4 payments, which is really good because I am on a budget, but I still need to treat myself or I will go insane and have a mental breakdown if I deprive myself for too long. So it kind of helps me indulge without needing to do it all at once. So very good option if you are like me and need to do that once in a while. Especially if you're trying like a bunch of different samples, then like it just makes it a lot more manageable than being like, okay, that'll be $200 in one go. Enough about that. We are manifesting good things and prosperity all year this year. Doing good so far. So let's get into it. So we are going to start with this one, the Hēdonē or whatever. So it is spiced honey, date sugar, tonka bean, and red musk. And then for that red musk, it's this one. You can kind of see it's got like little globies hanging out in there. If it'll stop focusing on my nose, I know I am sunburnt. I haven't mentioned this already. But you can kind of see the little globs of deliciousness in there. But that one is Eastern Temple resins and spices, rose, pepper, sandalwood, simultaneously clean and sexy / dirty, which is my favorite, very on brand for me. This reminds me a lot of like those, like in like the early 2000s, how they had those candles that were really trendy. It was like the chunks of the wax with the oil poured in, so they had like little like cavitations in them and stuff, and they smelled so good. They sold them at like the Luxor and like the Egyptian musk and this kind of scent. So good. So good. Like a temple just ready to be consecrated. Sorry, I'm imagining things. Forgive me or don't. I don't really care. Like, if you don't like me, that's not my problem. Not what we're here for today, anyways. So back to this one. This one is very nice, very, very sultry and sexy. I think it could be unisex. Definitely leans a little bit more on the femme side, but I know plenty of masculine scents that are suitable for femmes. Like, I feel like this would actually be really good on a guy. Like, especially, like, with confidence and just oozing seductive prowess. But if you smelled Hiram Green, Slow Dive, and Zoologist B, if they had, like, a nice, you know, dirty little baby together, that sounds wrong. Ew. I don't like that visual that I painted. But you know what I mean. If they had an offspring, it would be this. Like, this... This kind of gives me, like, Queen of the Damned vibes, almost. I think she has, like, a specific Queen of the Damned one on the website. I'm not sure. It might have been sold out. I kind of just got whatever sounded good. They do have all the descriptions on the bottling, and then when you go to pick out the samples, it tells you a list of exactly which one everything is. Which is really nice, because I don't like having to click back and forth. My cats are being nuts. Can you please don't? Thanks. It's always something. We're going to pretend we don't notice. I can't, but still. So yes, the spiced honey for sure, you know, kind of looked like the Hiram Green, like, which is very, very spiced honey with, like, you know, nuts and fruits and all that good shit in there. I made it worse. We're going to leave it like that. But, spiced honey, not just like you added stuff to it and then immediately like served it on whatever this is. You macerated it for a long time and let it really infuse and kind of reduce a little bit, and then just like get that nice dark amber tone to it, and then maybe drizzled it like lavishly on something else. And then it has the date sugar, which, you know, is very reminiscent of, like, the piloncillo cubes, or not cubes, but the cones of, like, the palm sugar, which makes sense because date palms. Tonka bean with, like, that velvety, vanilla, powdery, almost kind of quality to it. And then the red musk with all of these lovely things listed here is just a very sensual, seductive, hedonistic kind of fragrance. This is definitely good. It does have rose in the red musk, so I picked that up too. It gives it almost like a cosmetic quality in the sense of like Dior Homme, how it has like that lipsticky kind of vibe from the iris. This kind of has like a vintage lipstick kind of vibe to it too, almost. It's still really good. If you put too much on, it can get a little bit too... sorry, somebody liked my post on my Instagram. But, it can get a little bit too powdery and cosmetic if you over apply, but I feel like that's the key with these fragrance oils in particular, because sometimes you'll smell a lot of the base with other perfumeries fragrance oils, but this one is just pow in your face with the actual fragrance and not just their base composition. Like, it's nice to have a signature, but then I also want everything to smell different enough to where I can't be like, oh, this is just a flanker of the other thing, even though it's listed with completely different ingredients. You know what I mean. If you smell like oils like that, then you kind of know what I mean by they all have like a similar, like Avon perfumes, how they all have that same base note, and then the other fragrance is just like on it. You either know or you don't. If not, then tough shit, I guess. I'm not gonna keep going into it, but this is definitely like wintry night, fall night, like dressed up to go like cabaret or something. I don't know. This just not, I wouldn't go clubbing in this, but I would go to like a nice like club. You know, like you're not gonna go like dance and get sloshed, but you're gonna go, you know, perhaps have like some nice cigars or some nice high quality booze. But it's going to be very mellow, dim lights, you know, shades over the lamps. Very good. Not my absolute favorite for this vibe. I'm trying to think of one that I would put over it in that category. Sorry, I got a new piercing and it's itching. Um, I'll get to it later. I'll put it in the description bar if I can remember. It's still very good. Like, all of the compositions that I've tried from this house are very well blended. Like, very rarely does something really jump out above the rest of the notes in the composition unless it's intended for it to be that way. And then once everything settles, it just melts into your skin and it's just so good. I've tried more than just this batch of 4 fragrances that I'm showing you today, but these ones are the ones where I was like easily able to be like, alright, cool, we've got something I can work with. Because I did mention ordering samples from Lucky Scent before, and I did 2 rounds of that. Second one was a bit more fruitful from the first, but the first one was just like, I only like one thing out of this. Anyways, moving on, the Red Musk, I think I already mentioned it. I did. But yeah, this is very good. This would smell excellent on a man or just somebody wanting to ooze bad bitch energy. Like if I was going to like cosplay as like a 1,000-year-old vampire seductress, like this could be it. Or like, I don't know. The Queen of the Damned kind of vibes to it. Next, we have Fall from Paradise. Pearadise. It's alright. It smells like what it says. So, Anjou pear, red apple, salted caramel, demerara sugar, vanilla, coconut milk, and cayenne pepper. So, you can definitely pick out those in there. The coconut milk, not so much. I'm going to try to open these without getting them all over my hands. If you've... It smells kind of like... I think it's like apple picking or something like that. I know that Yankee Candle has like their McIntosh apple scent, and it smells similar to that just because it is very like crisp apple. Not a green one, a red one. But it's very crisp apple. There's some pear, but I feel like the apple is more prominent than the pear itself, which is kind of disappointing for me because I don't really like those fall kind of scents. Like this does smell like a fall candle. Like this smells like something I could get at Bath and Body Works. I think you can get most of their fragrances as like a room spray or something like that. Like I know there's a bunch of different mediums that they have to get their particular fragrances in at Hexennacht, which is amazing. I love that. Because sometimes I'll be like, wow, I wish I had this either as a room spray or a body spray instead of a room spray or whatever. But I think even their room sprays, you can just, they're like atmosphere sprays or something, and you can still use them as body sprays. I got their Calm the Fuck Down room spray, atmosphere spray. Excuse me. It's been a while. But I was using that as a body spray, and it's just lang and patchouli and so good. So good. Thank you for making these. You've blessed my existence and those around me, whether they like it or not. Very on brand for myself again. You know that I like loud and obnoxious because I also am loud and obnoxious, but I want to linger far after I have left or arrived. But yeah, it does smell like a fall candle kind of vibe. It's not bad. It's just, it's not my bag for a personal fragrance. Would I love it in a room spray or like a melt or like a plug-in? Yes. As personal fragrance, no, not so much. I feel like Zoologist kind of has a tendency to be that way too. Like, they're very, very much like abstract and good for like setting a scene. My words escape me because I haven't talked to anybody in a descriptive capacity for so long, just because I suck, but, you know, like, you definitely get the vibe that it's trying to convey, but, I choose not to wear stuff like that as a personal fragrance. Moving on, Sunday Mourning. I think this is probably my first or second favorite out of all of them, because when I first got them, I went, I did the strip down my arm and put like 5 on each side, and the next day I did 5 more. So I've smelled all of them. I just need to go through and do more in-depth, specifically for certain ones. Like I folded the tab, so if I put it like this, it means I really liked it. If I put it from the bottom, it means I really didn't like it. And if it's just a little bit on the side, it's like, try it again. But this one, oh my god, it is so freaking good. Freshly juiced blood oranges, stacks of buttermilk pancakes, rivulets of maple syrup, and a melty pat of butter. I love that they put the descriptions on the tags. Thank you so much, because it saves me from having to look it up, and if I forget what something smells like, then I can just read it. Pardon. Definitely bright, fresh, zesty blood oranges on the opening. Smells really good. I actually wish that it had a little bit more of the blood orange as it settled down. It kind of gets a little bit pithy, like, you know, like when you're like peeling an orange and you get a lot of the zest and pith on your fingers, and it smells like a little bit like screechy or like almost metallic, kind of, like, I don't know, like you get the oils in your mouth and you're like, bitter. But which is slightly more juicy, but it is really good for brightening up an otherwise very decadent syrupy fragrance, which I think, you know, is kind of nice, because sometimes too much sweetness gets like a little bit, you know, sickly sweet and can just a little bit nauseating, but this really brightens it up and it makes it so spot on for what it's supposed to be. Like, this really does smell like weekend breakfast. Like, I work at a Panera now instead of a Taco Bell. Same shit, different asshole. More or less. It's definitely a healthier environment. Like, otherwise I wouldn't be making these videos. I would still be crying and wanting to unalive myself every week. But instead I only want to every couple months. Moving on. I work in mornings, and so we cook about like 8 racks of bacon in our little, you know, in our commercial oven, and it smells so freaking good when you combine the freshly baked bacon with this. It just smells like a feast, like a breakfast feast. So good. Like, my boss and like all my coworkers are like, why do I smell pancakes? I smell maple syrup. It smells like an IHOP in here. It smells like a Denny's. It smells like family breakfast. I'm like, it's me. You're welcome. I am a whole blessing and a gift. You should be thankful. You're going to like it whether you want to or not. I feel like bakery scents and foodie scents are also really like safe for the most part, because sometimes when I go for like the more like obnoxious ones, people are like, can you like not wear that one again? I'm like, can you like shut the fuck up? Leave me alone? But then, you know, you do have to be kind of considerate, I guess. I try to be nice. Like, if somebody has like an issue with something I'm wearing, like, because I know that like I like to wear Dodo, like the original formulation of Dodo, and I went and I bought like 2 ounces from the perfumers, what is it? Perfume Court, I think. I believe so, yes. And so good, but apparently they don't like sexy bird smell, so I had to find something else. But everybody likes this one, as long as I don't put way too much on, because this shit is nuclear. I literally will like, I'll take it, I've still got more than half the vial left. I'll take it, I'll kind of like wipe off the excess, and just do like a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit in the cleavage, and then like, you know, not below the elbow, but like above the elbow, just in case. I don't want to like rub on something on accident, because I do work around food, so I try to keep it above the elbow just in case. You know, I'm not like making pizza boxes and everybody's just like, what the fuck, breakfast pizza. But it is so good. The orange is so nice. Like, I want one with like extra orange, or maybe I can just find like an orange kind of, I think they have like a specifically orange one. They have like an orange creamsicle. It's so good. Just like, you know when you get like pancakes at a restaurant and they're like perfect and you're like, why can't my pancakes turn out like that? And just the texture is so like decadent. Just, oh my god, yes. And then like the butter like melts into the pancake, and the syrup is just like a sponge. I like food. I didn't get like this because I don't like food. I think I look a lot more healthy than I used to because I'm eating again. Yay! But yeah, I am absolutely thrilled with those. I will list the links down below to where you can acquire those and support, you know, small business, because it's important right now. If you want them to survive this bullshit, you have to give them money. You can't just toss and pairs them into surviving this fucking panini that we're all in. But yeah, I hope you guys have been doing good. I've been doing better. Hopefully it keeps going on the up and up. I am ready to stop choking on my own saliva. To enjoy better times and start uploading more, because I've got all these and then I have like another container like this full of other miscellaneous samples. So I'm gonna stop talking so much. At least the rambling hasn't changed, I guess, so that's like a constant. But yeah, I'm gonna stop staring at myself and my infinite beauty. You guys have a good day.